Sorry, it's what Jim, and this is a game review for Assassin's Creed the Ezio Collection, which has Assassin's Creed 2, Assassin's Creed Brotherhood, and Assassin's Creed Revelations. And that being said, let's get started with the good. So I thought the graphics was a slight improvement on the old games. I don't think there was much of an improvement, so maybe they could have been a bit better, but they still look quite nice for the most part. And the fact that you can play all games, all the three Ezio games on it. So if you never played them, it is a great way of playing them because you can get them all in one game. And it's great for people who are starting to play all the Assassin's Creed games, and for people who have Assassin's Creed nostalgia. You might want to play the three games again just to get some memories back. But now let's move on to the amount. There's not too much good about it, in my opinion. It could have been a lot better, I think, the collection. I think the outdated gameplay and controls, which is very, very annoying. I find it really hard to play the game. Play the games a lot of the time, and I've not even completed Assassin's Creed Revelations. I've not even gotten that many of the collectibles because the controls are they're so old and outdated. It's just not fun to play, and it can get you really annoyed or really angry in the game, and it just puts you off the enjoyment a bit. Um, and the fact that the collection did not have anything that new or improved really, um, other than the graphics, but that was just like a slight improvement for me. I still didn't even think the graphics were even perfect. There were still sometimes it did look like it was from the year the game came out, that Assassin's Creed game came out. Um, and you can't skip the cutscenes and you can't skip the credits, which new games can allow you to do that. And the cutscenes aren't too much of a big deal, but when it's the credits and they're like 20 minutes long, I just want to skip them. I just roam around in the open world afterwards and not having to just sit there and being bored watching the credits. I do like looking at a bit of the credits, not the whole thing when it's 20 minutes long, and there's no online, and I'm not sure if all the games had online, but definitely some of them did, and I feel like they could have easily included online in the collection. I just feel like the whole collection was sort of lazy the way they did it. Really, that it's just like they wanted it for the money, but they could have done a lot more in this collection, and hopefully there's another Ezio collection down the line. There's already been a collection before, um, and overall, I recommend this game for people who like action games and for people who like Assassin's Creed or want to be a fan of them. And I think it's the best way to play the Ezio games, even if the improvements are just slightly. Um, and the fact that you get to play all three games in the collection. And I'd rate it. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to rate it like a 6 out of 10. It's not bad, but it's not good either. It's just an okay, or even mediocre collection, and definitely I think one of the weaker collections out there. But if you're a fan of the Ezio games, it will be weird for you not to get it. But just be patient with the controls because they can get very frustrating. And that's pretty much all I've got to say for the review of the Ezio collection. And I'm now going to rank the three games that are part of it. I already did it in the Assassin's Creed Revelations when I did the game review for that, but it's just in case you've not seen it. Number 3 is Assassin's Creed Revelations, which came out in 2011. Number 2 is Assassin's Creed Brotherhood, which came out in 2010. And my favourite of the collection is Assassin's Creed 2, which came out in 2009. I just think that one had the best story, the best locations, and I felt like it was the most fun out of the other games. But that's all I'm going to say for the review of this game. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, and comment. And I'll see you guys next week for my next video. And until then, ciao.